Bit of good news, been selected for the World Duathlon Championships in Alvils, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Northwest Spain. So really looking forward to that, being selected for both the standard and the sprint. Well, hopefully we'll, I think the plan is maybe to spend a bit of time in Spain for a couple of weeks prior to the race, and then travel up to northern Spain, preparation for the race. A bit of good news that after a pretty crappy year for everybody. The focus is still the British Championships in early October. 4 weeks after that is the World Championships, so I think that the focus is still going to be on the British Championships. I've got a couple of sprint races in preparation for that. I'll probably only do 3 races now, which prior to the World Championships. Hopefully I'm fresh. Maybe just do this next 3 or 4 weeks as the next block, and then maybe have a rest. Maybe then, and then sort of then the races will kick in. The British Championships, which is a tough race. Like I said before, it's a tough course. Training's been going great. I'm really enjoying it. Like I say, race season's finished really now, so it's a bit of pressure off. Been good. I sort of had a couple of weeks where it was a little bit lighter, a little bit easier, but now it's sort of kicked in now, full swing again. But I've sort of come back and I'm feeling strong, feeling good, positive. I'm just worried now because obviously it's becoming to the pointy end of the season. It's these injuries. Every time you get a little niggle here, there and everywhere, you sort of start to panic a little bit. But that's my biggest, I think I've said before, that's my biggest fear. And especially becoming up to bigger races, you just want to be fresh, and it's just all about consistency. Just doing the training sessions day in, day out, not smashing every single session. Just trying to build on each session and keep injury free and keep healthy really. Work's been, yeah, crazy. I feel like I should be slowing down, and I seem to be getting busier, so it's been bizarre. But it's been good. Been to Germany, just outside Dortmund. That was a great trip. Spent 3 or 4 days over there. Had sales meetings, got a management meeting Friday, got a couple of big customers coming over on next week. So it seems to be, yeah, it seems to be full on at the moment. Coming up to our year end as well, which is end of September. So that's always a stressful time, just making sure that we get all the figures in, and I think like a lot of businesses, you're struggling with supply issues, particularly from China and even Europe. So that's sort of, yeah, so you feel like that's an extra strain on what we're already doing. In the UK, we have a lot of people now on holiday because they can't go, everybody's been waiting to take the holidays, and all of a sudden now, because they can't go abroad, they've all taken the holidays all at the same time, and you know, so we're short-staffed as well, so that doesn't help. A bit of a, not setback I suppose, a minor setback. Just with me, just had a bit of a twinge on my Achilles. I think it was down to some of the new trainers that were trying. Probably did a bit too much in them, and it was still quite hard on the feet. I've had a lot of problems with my Achilles. I snapped my Achilles, I think I mentioned in one of the other videos, when I was playing football, probably 20 odd years ago. So I'm always conscious when I get any twinge in my Achilles that I sort of try to rest straight away, try to ice it. Use KT tape, you know, anything that I can do. All of a sudden put my compression socks on when I'm running, and maybe go a bit OTT on it. But sort of, I've had a week's rest now, and hopefully that's giving enough time to recover, and not going to affect really any part of the season. Getting excited now for the second part of the season. It's the UK champs and the world champs back to back. It's sort of quite exciting. So, but also getting twitchy with, you know, not wanting to get injured, not wanting to push too hard, just to make sure that I get to the races the fittest I can be, really. Yeah, the bike, I'm sort of conscious that's sort of the weak link, as it were, so I've sort of spent a little bit more time sort of trying to hone in at the T bike, all freshened up, all sort of back to good working order after a couple of mishaps, couple of crashes. So that's now back. So I've been going down to Mallory Park and doing some work with that, really, and getting really sort of super comfortable, doing a few tweaks, playing around with certain things. So yeah, so I think that's, if I'm honest, that's the missing link, the difference between becoming world champion and not. It's getting the bike really honed in, and to me, to feel comfortable on the bike, that I can hopefully not throw it around too much and not crash too many other times. But yeah, so it's been good. Yeah, so I've really enjoyed it. I go down there 4 or 5 times now between now and the British Championships, and I think having that time just solidly on the bike will make a big difference for me. It really is not getting injured at the moment. I've got a couple of sprints coming up, so that's sort of leading into the British Championships. So they're really fresheners, just to get you back into it. Hopefully get the legs sort of get used to sort of racing again, and the transitions, and making sure that you're really fresh for that. And then really it's then the 4-week build to the World Championships in Spain.